Improve your English with this short detective story. Listen carefully and try to solve the mystery. The Library Phantom. It started with the night guard, Frank. He was a very quiet man and worked at the university for 30 years. But 3 weeks ago, Frank started telling people a strange story. He reported hearing footsteps from the locked old wing of the library. Every morning, the librarians found 2 or 3 books lying on the floor in the exact same spot. Also, small things went missing. A magnifying glass from the desk. An old bookmark. Nothing valuable, but it was creepy. But then, things became even stranger. Frank started seeing a mysterious light inside the old library at night. Sometimes, from the dark campus yard, he could see a dim, cold light flickering behind the dusty windows of the closed wing. It usually happened around midnight, and then vanished. The story spread fast. Everyone started talking about the ghost of Professor Simmons, who died in that building back in 1987. Alex and I were sitting in our usual student cafe, drinking our favorite coffee. Ghosts do not exist, Melly, Alex laughed. Frank is just hearing old pipes. The books fall because the shelves are uneven. It is simple gravity. Probably, I said. But everyone is scared. Alex put down his coffee cup. His eyes lit up. You know what? We should go there tonight. We can hide, watch, and find the boring, normal explanation. I want to end this ghost nonsense. I looked at him with danger in my eyes. Are you crazy? It's scary. But. Okay. I cannot let you go there alone. To make sure nobody knew about our plan, we sneaked into the old wing during the day, before the library closed. We found a good hiding place in the corner of the historical reading room. We brought some food and a lot of coffee to stay awake all night. By midnight, the building was completely dark and silent. The air smelled like dust and old paper. We sat in the shadows, drinking coffee from a thermos, and waited. See? Alex whispered at 1 a.m. No ghosts. But then, it suddenly became very cold in the room. The old fluorescent light on the ceiling flickered twice, made a strange buzzing noise, and went out completely. Total darkness. A heavy, terrifying sound came from the left bookshelf. Something big fell to the floor. Alex gasped. He was not a superhero. He got scared from the unexpected noise, too. But he quickly took a deep breath, took his tactical flashlight, and turned it on. The bright beam of light hit the floor. A thick, ancient book was lying open on the dark wood. Okay, I whispered, holding Alex's arm tightly. There is a normal explanation, right? Yes, Alex said. His voice was steady again. He stood up and pointed the flashlight higher, at the shelf. He didn't say anything, but he looked very carefully at the empty space. On the floor, there was only one book. But on the shelf, there were 2 empty spaces next to each other. One small, and one much bigger. Alex narrowed his eyes. He clearly understood something, but he didn't tell me his thoughts. Come on, he said suddenly. We need to find the ventilation system. Look. Alex pointed to a small door at the end of the corridor. It led to the basement, and it was unlocked. We went down the narrow stairs quietly. Near the old, dusty pipes, we saw a large, industrial compressed air canister. It was still cold to the touch. And right next to it stood a young man in a black hoodie. He was quickly putting something into his backpack. "Danielle Simmons?" Alex called out calmly. The man froze in surprise. It was Daniel, a postgraduate history student and the grandson of the old professor. Daniel looked at us, dropped the air canister, and tried to run toward the back exit. "Oh no, you don't!" I shouted. I grabbed a heavy metal library cart full of old papers and pushed it with all my strength right into his path. Daniel didn't see it in the dark. He tripped, lost his balance, and fell directly into a pile of boxes. His backpack flew open, and a beautiful old book with a dark green cover and golden letters slid out. Alex walked over, picked up the ancient book, and read the title. The 1720 Alchemist's Journal. "So this is what you wanted," Alex said. "This unique book has old secret formulas and notes about hidden gold under the campus. Collectors pay thousands of dollars for it on the black market." Daniel sat on the floor, defeated. "How did you find me? How did you know?" Alex smiled his classic, clever smile. "Because you are a good physicist, Daniel, but a very bad criminal. Let's go upstairs and talk about our phantom." We went back upstairs to the reading room. Daniel sat in a chair, looking at the floor. He knew it was over. "It was a very smart plan," Alex explained to me. "Daniel took the Alchemist's Journal this afternoon during normal library hours. But he needed a distraction. He didn't want the librarians to notice the missing book immediately." "So you created the ghost to scare people away?" I asked Daniel. Daniel looked up, sighed, and nodded. "Yes. I knew the old legend about my grandfather. And I knew the building. Daniel came to the basement tonight to clean up his trap," Alex continued. "He connected the compressed air canister to the pipe behind the bookshelf. He created a short circuit to blink the lights, and then blew a strong blast of cold air up the pipe." I gasped. "And the air pushed the other book off the shelf." "Precisely," Alex smiled. "The room became cold, the lights went out, and a book fell by itself. A perfect ghost show. Everyone talked about the phantom, and nobody checked the shelves for the missing journal. But Daniel forgot one detail: he left 2 empty spaces on the shelf." The next morning, the sun was shining brightly through the windows of our student cafe. The rare Alchemist's Journal was safe, and the mystery was gone. I brought 2 fresh cups of hot coffee and sat down across from Alex. He was sitting up very straight, looking incredibly proud of himself. "Hey, Mr. Sherlock," I smiled, pushing the cup toward him. "Another mini investigation is officially closed." Alex looked at me, smiled a triumphant smile, raised his coffee cup high in the air, and took a victorious sip. "Cheers to that," he said. If you enjoyed this story, leave a like and subscribe.